All right. Good evening, everybody, to the April 15th committee meetings. We'll jump right into it with Public Safety and Commissioner Brockington.
Yes, good evening. Thank you, Mr. President. I will call tonight's public safety meeting to order at 7:31 p.m. And as always, we lead off with our chief, who's going to give us his report from February of 2026. Item 1A. Chief, is all yours.
Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's enjoying the nice weather. Attached is the February 2026 police activity report, a submitted report. Some of the things I noticed are calls for service are up over the previous year. Retail theft, we had a short spike in retail theft that went up a little bit during that time frame. And some of the other areas I look at are motor vehicle related. The bus patrol citation seems to be one of the areas we've looked at in the past. I think the weather may have had a contributing factor to some of this as well. This is a 212 violations were noted for the month of February. You got to remember what the weather was like too, is that so there's some missed school days in there as well. So I'd like to take credit for that, but I'm not sure that was all our efforts. It was more maybe Mother Nature having a bigger play in it than me. So we'll continue to monitor that activity as well. Does anyone have any questions regarding the report?
Chief, I do have one question. I
Yes,
noticed
sir.
that there were 36 abandoned vehicles.
Mhm.
And I just wondered, like, is it all in one area? I don't recall ever seeing that many in, is that normal, or anything, or are these just being dumped in our township that we feel? Can you give us a little bit?
36 is on the higher side. We probably average anywhere between 15 and 25 reports on the annual report I prepare each month. Usually it's in that ballpark there. And most of these vehicles, I would say, are related to township residents or a relative of township resident. We've had uh, most cases we'll post the vehicle abandoned. We'll put those orange stickers you see on the vehicles to
Hmm.
let the owners know that this vehicle is in violation. We usually give them a certain amount of time to remove it as well. And we also send certified mail notice to the last vehicle owner, registered owner, so they're aware of it as well. Most times, it's the owner of the vehicle that removes it and removes it from the area.
Oh,
If
okay.
not, the salver, we have a salver that would end up taking custody of the vehicle if no one removed it. So we're pretty diligent on that process. If you look back over the last, say, 7 or 8 months of reports, you'll see vehicles reported abandoned and vehicles removed. Usually they're hand in hand. If it's 25, it's usually 25 removed. So the removal rate is very consistent with that. Is what we're seeing is being reported as well. So our officers are on that. We're seeing it actually east, west, and center, kind of across the township. We do see them on every sector, just about. I can't pick one sector says, oh, this one's best or worst, but I would say east, west, and center. We're seeing a spread. To
Okay.
answer your question,
So that removal means anybody the owner can remove it, not just we're have
yes,
the
most times that is the case. Most
okay.
times the owner's notified either through the sticker or through the certified mail notification, and the vehicle gets moved.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Commissioner Armin.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Chief, we know you and your team are always very busy, but you had a significant arrest that took place in the last, I think it was last week,
Yes, sir.
and related to a stop at the Wawa on Eastern Road. And I was wondering if you could, sort of give us a brief overview and frankly, give yourself and our officers some credit for the good work that they did in that arrest.
Yes, sir. The incident you're referring to happened on Sunday, April 13th at about 10:30 in the morning. And it was the Lime Kiln Pike location, Wawa location.
I'm sorry.
That location is a
My
busy area for us on Lime Kiln Pike. As you all know, we have been working with Wawa to develop strategies to address those issues, and that's ongoing. And you'll see more of that later on, I hope, as a result of these efforts. It's a joint effort between us and Wawa to try to address those issues, and they are very open to that, as I've relayed to the board. But this particular incident, we got called for a retail theft at the store involving multiple juveniles. Um, at the time, they got into a car. The vehicle was stopped by our officers on the property there. There were 7 individuals in the car. There was also some adults in the vehicle as well through later investigation. During this investigation, we've recovered items that were taken from the store, obviously, but most importantly, there were 3 guns in the vehicle. 2 of those guns had switches on them. Switches are able to allow the vehicle, or excuse me, they allow the firearm to file as like it's an automatic weapon. So there's no just pull the trigger and it continually fires. So obviously that's a tremendous safety hazard, for all of us. Every one of us are in there. Our families go to the stores and drive those streets. That amount of weapons that have those was scary to see that in one stop. 2 weapons had that on there to switch. In addition, the other weapon, they all had no serial numbers. We call them ghost guns. You've heard that terminology before. 3 ghost guns. In addition to that, there's some marijuana recovered in this vehicle as well. We're looking at prosecution that. And one of the things that we're really delving into as well, in addition to the firearms end of this, is there was a fob device that's used, copy and clone fobs for vehicles. We see vehicle thefts. I talk about that a lot. It spikes. It seems like this is something we're digging into now to see where this goes with this. But we found a piece of equipment used in that's usually typically used in vehicle thefts. So this was 7 individuals involved in this stop. Thankfully, it was everyone cooperated with the police. There were no incidences. The arrest went off without incident. But just the severity of the stop, the 3 weapons, 1 officer out there. These are the type of things that we see occasionally here, and it keeps me awake at night when I think about some of these things. As you know, when we have conversations with this. So this is an active, ongoing investigation. So our detectives are assigned to this investigation, and we're going to run down all the things we talked about just a few minutes ago there with this job to try to hold everybody responsible and to dig in a little further. Hopefully, this investigation comes up with some other helpful hints. Tips.
Chief, great work for you and the team. I misspoke when I said Eastern Road. I meant Lime Kiln Pike. Just to be clear, but just amazing work that and to hear that there's cooperation from Wawa based on recent conversations. This is all really good news. And gosh, to get these 3 weapons off the street is just adds to the value of the hard work that you did. So thank you very much. Really
agreed, sir. And I got to give the board credit for that, for pushing this forward as well, making this a priority for us as well, building that relationship to try to address some of the issues we're seeing at that location. So with the board's nudge and approval, we got moving in that direction, and I appreciate that support and help as well.
Always. All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. President. Commissioner Norris.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chief, I'll add our appreciation and thanks for the great work on solving that crime or dealing with that criminal situation. Can you tell me if it's appropriate in a public forum to give us a little more information? You sent out a good email to the commissioners, not only notifying us of the capture of these guys, but of the additional cooperation that's going on with Wawa. Are you able to, like I said, I don't want you to do something that's inappropriate. Are you able to share any more with the cooperation that Wawa is doing, remuneration for police time, or they're hiring people on their own?
Sure. At the board's urging, we met with Wawa management to discuss this issue. This is a busy location for us, as we all know. They're open to our suggestions, including detail uses. We're going to look at a variety of things to try to reduce the incidence of crime there, reduce the incidence of retail theft taking place at that location as well, and to cut down for calls and demand on services, which was the drive behind this as well. So they are open to our suggestions. We will be implementing several things that we won't discuss publicly, but we are going to be taking steps to address those issues, as you're well aware. And just their cooperation and willingness to bring in off-duty personnel and pay for that so it doesn't cost the taxpayers. I'm not shorting the street my officers that's going to be passed on to that business. They're willing to work with us as partners in this. So I'm excited for that opportunity. They were very open to our suggestions. It's good dialogue, good rapport. Now I have contacts. I have a face, a person, a phone number. All those things are good. We're only the better for that, building those relationships, as you all know. But like I said, this was at the board's urging, and I thank them for pointing me in that direction. I think this is going to be helpful for us in addressing the crime issue there.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Norris. Commissioner Stein?
I just have two points of clarification questions and then an additional question. It's the Limekiln Pike and Ogons Ave 309 location, not the Limekiln. Okay, because there's two
Yes.
two Limekiln
Yes,
Pikes.
ma'am. Yeah,
Okay,
there is,
that's what I
technically there are two Limekiln Pikes. You're right.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
the
okay.
Ogons Avenue Limekiln Pike location. Correct. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Thank you.
And then the additional measures in cooperation with Wawa, that's not in place yet, right?
We have a plan in place. We haven't implemented the plan, but it's coming very shortly. So
Okay.
stay tuned
So
on
then
that.
in this particular instance, was our officer just responding to the shoplifting
Yes, this
call?
was a 911 call, but I think some of the prior conversations had also been helpful with their staff there as well and calling us and, getting right on the phone and calling us. So I think their urgency in contacting 911 was helpful in this incident as well. So I'll take that as a win. That helped us in this particular incident.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Commissioner Stein. So I don't see any other commissioners with their hands raised. Are there any residents who has any questions for our chief in reference to this particular report from February of 2026? Okay, not seeing any. Mr. President, I call for the approval of our police chief report for February 2026.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Thank you very much. I don't see a fire marshal online. Am I missing him? I don't see him. So if there's any questions, I guess we should approve the report. But if there's any questions, I guess we can reach out to him individually or as a group. So I will call for the approval of the fire marshal's report for February of 2026. Mr. President,
Comments or questions on the motion?
any questions?
All right, seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you. Now we're going to move on to the Emergency Medical Service Chief, Ms. Bartos. I see that you're here.
Can you just give me 1 second? There's loud noise in the. I don't want to overwhelm. Okay, sorry about that.
That's okay.
So first, I wanted to say that Cheltenham Township has a really good working relationship. Sorry.
We can't hear it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Really? Awesome. Okay. Has a really good working relationship between our public safety entities. And I want to just say thank you very much to our police officers. There was an incident where one of our employees, one of our paramedics, was attacked by a patient, and the police responded in force, and everything was fine, but it was great to know that they were there. And then we also had a call for a 9-month-old cardiac arrest in the village.
Oh.
And the fire department responded quickly and in force as well. Luckily, it was not a cardiac arrest. But just the simple ability of all of our public safety entities to work together to solve problems, to make sure that our residents are safe, to make sure that each other are safe. It's amazing, and it is not as common as we would like with other municipalities and with other organizations. So I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you, both fire and the police. We really appreciate everything, and we really enjoy working with them.
Thank you. Well stated. And I think all the commissioners feel the same way.
Does anybody have any questions about my submitted report?
Any questions? No. Any residents have any questions in reference to this report? Okay. Ms. Bartos, thank you very much. Mr. President, I call for the approval for the vote on the approval for the Emergency Medical Service Chief's February 2026 report.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Bartos. Hang around because I think there's some stuff that we need to talk about later.
Thanks, Chief.
Okay.
All right. We're going to go on now to item 1D, Emergency Management Coordinator, Mr. Hillendorf, for March of 2026. Is always a month ahead.
Good evening. Nothing to add to the report, but to make everyone aware in case you notice it, we had a driver in a stolen car that hit the 50-foot gate that is in front of the shovel shop at Ashburn and Tookenny. I can't imagine how fast he was going, and I can't imagine how he ran because he hit it hard enough to take the entire concrete block that holds it in place out of the ground. Um, Unfortunately, the car was stolen. The person ran, so our chances of collecting on insurance are nil. Flood season starts end of May, early June, so we are moving forward as quickly as we can with that project because most of our flooding on the east side has switched to that length, the length of Tookenny that runs by the golf club from Cheltenham Avenue to Ashburn. So that is a key gate in our process. We're moving forward with it. It'll be in next month's report, but in case you see a hole in the ground and gate parts and car parts, that's what it's from. And the police were great about notifying us. There was nothing they could do. In spite of the accident, the person ran. So that was the only thing I really have to add.
Great. Thank you, Ken. Are there any questions for Ken in reference to this situation or his report? Any residents has any questions for him? Not, Mr. President, I call for the approval of item 1D, the Emergency Management Coordinator Report for March 2026.
All those in favor of accepting the Emergency Management Coordinator's report, say aye.
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 Thank you. Thank you, Ken. We're going to move on to item 2. Any old business for public safety for tonight? Not seeing any. We're going to move on to item 3, new business. We have 3 things to discuss. Item 3A, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners adopt a resolution approving the continuation of the existing emergency operation plan. I don't know if it's going to be Ken, you, or Jessica Bartos, who's going to kind of give us an update, or our
It's me.
Dr. Manager. Ken?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
So this is a state required plan, checklists and all that goes up on the shelf and sits there, but it's a state requirement. We have our own plan, and the guidelines behind it are that if the more than a certain percentage, I can look it up here, if more than a certain percentage of the board changes, you have to send in new forms. And the last time we sent this in that they asked for it was 2016, and it's 2/3 of the board. So as of this year, 2/3 of the board has changed since 2016. So it's a matter of state required paperwork for us to get grant funding and all that stuff. So Kim was kind enough to send it to everyone, which I'm sure you've read cover to cover. And we would ask that you officially approve it now, and it probably has to be approved at the full board meeting again. And it's just, it's something we have to do.
Thank you. Are there any questions from commissioners in reference to this issue?
Yeah, just
All right, so we'll go with Commissioner Morris, then Commissioner Harmon.
a quick question. Has anything changed in the plan since then?
Well,
It's the same plan. We're just voting on it again.
it's the same plan. You're just voting on it. Keep in mind, this is not the Cheltenham Township Emergency Management Plan. This is, we just have to check off some boxes that we have a plan and all that. So nothing has changed.
Oh, okay.
Except that more than 2/3 of the board changed. That's why they made us do it.
Thank you.
Commissioner Harmon.
Commissioner Norris stole my question.
Okay, very good. All right, so I don't know if there's any residents will have any questions concerning this. Open it up. All right, so Mr. President, I call for the approval vote for item 3A, and that's for our existing emergency operation plan.
All those in favor of recommending the Board of Commissioners adopt the resolution approving the continuation of the existing emergency operations plan, say aye.
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 Thank you. We're going to move on to item
Thank you.
3B. Thank you, Ken. Item 3B, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners approve a purchase order for the Cellbrite Inc. in the amount of $4,845 for a detective to attend the forensic cell phone analyst school to be paid, and this is to be paid using assets forfeiture funds. Chief?
Yes, sir. obviously cell phones are involved in just about every investigation we have anymore. To have personnel trained in the use of this equipment to be able to get this valuable information, this investigative tool is desperately needed here. So that's the purpose of this, sending a detective to this training program that can improve our investigative skills here like that. The money is going to be coming from asset forfeiture, so we're not looking to impact the budget at all. This would come from our DTF, our task force officer assigned to the DEA. That funds we get from that. So it's a worthwhile investment in our department.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners, any questions? Commissioner Arman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chief, I noticed it's basically $5,000 to send a detective. Is there a value in sending more than one detective?
We have several personnel on our department that are trained with this.
Okay.
All the way from Lieutenant Snyder down to some others as well. We also work with our partners in law enforcement, our surrounding partners. In the event we get an investigation that involves multiple phones, we will also work with the Montgomery County Detective Bureau on that. So I have other assets. I'd like to be self-reliant because I think that's most important. We're a big enough agency to be reliant that way.
Right.
But to answer your question, I think this will help us meet some of our demand we're seeing.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that answer.
Any other commissioner questions? Any residents questions? Not. I'm going to, Mr. President, I call for the vote on item 3B for tonight.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you. We're going to move on to item 3C. Consider recommending the Board of Commissioners approve a purchase order for New Holland Auto Group in the amount of $32,989, less the trade-in value for a current vehicle for a new 2026 Task Force officer vehicle. This also will be paid using asset forfeiture funds. Chief?
Yes, this will be used by the detective assigned to our task force position with the DEA that generates this tax or asset forfeiture funding. This will not affect the budget. This will come directly from those seized funds that we've worked to obtain. This vehicle is in need of repair. In conversations with Jim over this vehicle has over 100,000 miles. It had been involved in a previous accident, and there's some question about its dependability and reliability. I need to have a reliable vehicle for our officers that are assigned to this work. So this is to replace the existing vehicle we have. We'll be trading that in to try to maximize the value of this. The quote you see here is a CoStar price quoting, which is the best possible pricing we could get as well. So we're trying to be smart on how we spend our money as well. Again, this will be an asset forfeiture purchase.
Thank you, Chief. Any questions, commissioners? Any questions, residents?
You have a question from Commissioner Lewis.
Commissioner Dwight Lewis. I'm sorry, I missed your hand.
You're on mute.
Thank you. Chief, once you get this car, will you have to outfit it with all the police stuff?
Yes, there's certain equipment that goes into that vehicle. We have funds available to cover that expense as well. That will not affect the bottom line again also. So that's part of the plan to outfit the vehicle with the effective equipment it needs.
Okay. Good stuff.
Thank you, Commissioner Lewis. Any other questions? Okay, Mr. President, I call for the approval of item 3C tonight on new business.
All in favor, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners approve the purchase order for the New Holland Auto Group in the amount of $32,989. Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Commissioners, any other new business items that you would like to bring up tonight for public safety? Yes, Chief.
I'm sorry, sir. I was remiss in this.
That's okay.
I just want to let you know, I want the public to know that we're participating in PennDOT's aggressive driving program this month.
Yes.
The program runs through the end of April. You'll see officers out there looking for aggressive driving and issuing citations for those violating Pennsylvania vehicle code laws. So please use caution driving at Cheltenham Township. Please, we'll be out there looking to enforce these violations.
Can we announce that like every week?
Pardon?
We need to announce that every week.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's true or not.
The disclaimer, right? Yeah.
It's always true, Commissioner Hartman.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Any other new business items for tonight? All right. We're going to move on to Citizen Forum. Any Citizen Forum for public safety? Don't see any. The time is 7:55 p.m. We're going to call for the adjournment of tonight's public safety meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.